In today's video, I am going to talk to you about how you can shoot the perfect floater in basketball. So there are some actually quite major secrets about shooting a floater in basketball, and today we're going to hit on every single one. Now, number one is going to be the most obvious, and that is you can take off from either foot. You can use your left or right, and you should be able to hit both of those floaters with either hand shooting off of either foot. And what I'm talking about is this. You should be able to drive towards the rim and go and take your two steps if you were going to take two steps, and then you should be able to go off of your left foot and right hand, but you should also be able to go off of your right foot and left hand. You should be able to go off of your left foot and left hand. You should be able to go off of your right foot and right hand. These are all the combinations that you should be able to do to be able to catch your defender off guard, for one, but also for two, you should be able to do each one of these four combinations because you never know what situation you're going to be put in. So you should be able to practice all four of those combinations when you're on the basketball court alone. In game, obviously you're going to be able to use whatever is the best combination for the situation that you're in. However, the next part of the secrets to a floater is this. And the next part is you should be able to go off the dribble and only take one step, or you can go off of a dribble and take two steps. You should be able to do both of those combinations. Now, the idea behind this is to catch your defender off guard for sure. So whenever you're going up against a really tall defender or a really tall help defender, let's say you're like me and you're 6'2", and you are driving down the middle of the key and you have a 7'1" center who is popping out on you. He is timing you. Every single person can do a floater and a layup taking two steps, but can you do it with one? The reason why I'm saying this is because if you've got a really good shot blocker, let's say somebody like Rudy Gobert, who's coming and playing help defense on you, what you want to be able to do is now go up with only one step, and yes, see, right hand, left foot, for example, and only taking that one step, because now he is timing two steps. He is going to assume that he needs to leave about maybe 0.1 seconds after you take your second step. So by the time you have this floater off, you're actually going to be having it already going in by the time he's usually jumping. This is actually a very good tactic for even layups or even just anything around the rim. Reverse layups even. If you can go with only one step, you're going to have an advantage on your defender. And that's the biggest tip that I can give to any player. And that is to, first off, know your angles. Know to attack that top foot. Know all of the different angles when it comes to attacking a defense. Know how to put a player in jail by attacking the rim and getting that player behind you. You can even do that and then set up a floater afterwards, because now he's behind you, your defender, and you're not going to be able to get blocked. However, what I'm talking about right now is going to be the actual, I'm going to say, the skills behind the floater. So when you're going in for a floater, one of the biggest mistakes a lot of players make is when they go in for a floater, they'll shoot it like a regular shot, and then they'll flick their wrist, they'll get backspin on the ball, and you usually do not want to do this on a floater. The reason for not wanting to have backspin on the floater is because now you're going to be possibly moving in multiple different directions, and that could actually mess up your shot. You want this to be almost like a knuckleball in baseball. You want there to be no spin at all on this ball. So when you're going up for your floater, it should be only your elbow. And I even still had a little bit of backspin on that ball, but what you want to practice is being able to go in for that floater and not having any rotation on that ball at all. Zero. You don't want to have any rotation. It should be all elbow. And that's it. Very, very simple. So with a floater, what are some of the biggest tips that you should have from this video? Number one, it doesn't matter what foot you go off. Number two, you should be able to use both hands with both feet. and you should be able to go off with only one step and not just two, and to have zero spin, zero rotation on that ball. It should be like a knuckleball going towards the rim, and that will help you have the perfect floater. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys again next time.